Hello, friends. How are you guys today? I'm so excited. I brought my dear friend, Jenn Pike, hormone expert, on today to really dive in to share with you guys one of our uh, favorite foundational supplements that both of us use in our practice. And I just wanted to bring Jenn on and have like a heart to heart. So thank you, Jenn, and welcome.
Oh, thank you, Nicole, for having me.
Yeah. So let's just dive in. For those of you that either missed it or haven't, seen us talk about it on social media, is both of us have got involved with a plant-based powder called Juice Plus. For my story, 15 years ago is when I brought it into my body. My family experimented with it, did blood work before and after, to kind of have the confidence to start sharing it in my clinic and sharing it with my clients. And so I've been sharing it for 15 years. I love it. How about you, Jenn? What's kind of your story? How long have you been sharing it?
So it's almost been 15 years as well. My oldest, who is going to be 14 next month, it's when I was pregnant with her, and I was looking at many of the prenatal vitamins out there, and I just couldn't tolerate the ingredients and different preservatives and artificials. And a colleague of mine had said, "Well, have you heard of Juice Plus? It's food, it's plant based, it's non-GMO." And so I started on that and supplemented with a few other things, and I've never stopped. So, my daughter was born as a Juice Plus baby. I then had another child, and they started taking it when they were young, and we've never stopped as a family. And I've used it as a foundational in all of my programs and my books with women that I work with, because we just simply cannot consume enough of the veggies and the fruit and the phytonutrients that we need to get in through what we're chewing at the end of our fork, or even drinking through our smoothies. And there was only one time in our life where we came off of it, which was for about 5 months, and everyone was sick in those 5 months. And I was like, what has actually changed? And the only thing that had shifted is that we had stopped taking our Juice Plus every day. And I'm really passionate about it for our body, but I see the difference and hear the difference every single day with my clients in my practice who are taking it as well.
Awesome. So for the audience that's watching right now and they've never heard of Juice Plus before, could you just maybe describe the simplicity of it and kind of what's in it that is supporting people's body?
So it's food, which makes it the easiest side of it. It is food. It is, as you said, plant-based powders. These are non-genetically modified. They are vine ripened. So as where majority of what we're getting in the grocery store has been picked long before it's had the opportunity to stay on the vine, to stay in the earth, on the tree, wherever its source was, in order to get the full potential of all of the nutrients and the vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. They get picked prematurely, and then the ripening is happening on a truck under artificial lights and in an artificial environment. With Juice Plus, these are non-genetically modified sources of produce that are completely vine ripened, and everything is used in them. So the seeds, the skin, but like all of it. And then low steam heated, that is actually dehydrated and crushed down into a powder that's put into capsules that are superiorly bioavailable, which means it makes it very easy for your body to take in and to absorb, and then send all this amazing information into the rest of your system and into your cells. And that is really, for me, I mean, there's a lot of things I do on the surface, but my overall goal in working with people is to help your cell health, because that's where life begins.
Hmm. So important. So you're really just seeing it's bridging the gap in people's diet. I know when I was researching to find out how Canadians are doing right now, in the world of eating fruits and vegetables, the average adult in Canada is eating about 4.4 servings of fruits and vegetables. And you and I both know that that is not enough for prevention. So that's where you and I lean into something like this to help bridge that gap. And then the kids' numbers are even lower. So let's talk about the health study. We've been using the health study with our clients for a very long time, and it's just a beautiful gift where mom or dad signs up and a child can get Juice Plus capsules or these beautiful chewies for free for up to 4 years. Tell me why you love that program so much.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, I know, because I work with women in my practice, that's my whole practice, is that if your kids aren't vital and feeling well, that is a huge stress for mom. And so when we're saying that we are trying to do things for ourselves, typically what happens is we do for everyone else and we're the one on the back burner. And when it comes to purchasing products, oftentimes for a lot of families, it's choosing. Well, I can't afford for everybody to be on it, so I'll just pick and choose and give to the kids and not
Mm.
to myself. And what I love about this, and I've been in this industry for almost 25 years now, and there's not another company I know where you as an adult, when you're taking it and putting it in your body, your child gets to benefit from that. And so I think that that's so important. And, we're not getting enough in. And people ask me all the time, they're like, why do you take something like Juice Plus? Like, I see your Instagram, you have cookbooks, you're eating healthy all the time. And I'm like, right. And I take actually double the dose because
Mhm.
I know by running testing and doing these things, the importance behind why we need these nutrients, and that we simply can't get enough of this in what we're eating in a day. And the reality is, like you said, Nicole, most people are getting, I would say in my practice, even less than 4 servings in a day. Most people I work with show up to me and they're maybe getting a handful of spinach in a smoothie, and then they're getting maybe a vegetable in at dinner, and the rest of their day is starches and fat, and they're not, and some protein. They're not really getting in the nutrition. And so I see the difference, what happens when we start to put more plant-based life into our body.
Awesome. And what we'll do is we'll put up a picture for you guys to see the variety. And if you take a look at the picture on the screen, and you see the plants and you see those 30 different plants, I know even for me as a nutritionist, I kind of joke and go, when's the last time I actually cooked up a beet? Or when's the last time I
Right.
actually ate a papaya, or the papaya
Mm-hmm.
skin, or the papaya seeds? See, we crush everything. And that's what I love about it, is we're crushing we throw out most of the important part of the plant, and most people do. And what I love about Juice Plus is they keep all that intact and crush it. And as you
Yeah.
can see on the screen there, with all that, fresh fruits and vegetables, even myself as a holistic nutritionist striving to eat, mostly plant-based, there is no way I get that type of variety on a consistent basis. So it truly
No.
does bridge the gap, right? Bridge the
Yeah.
gap. Now let's jump on this research, because I know that you are such into research. It's important to you. You come from a background of making sure that, you're not putting anything in your body unless it's well researched. What
Nope.
impressed you the most with the research that Juice Plus company had behind the product?
It was the amount of studies. It was the way that the studies were run. It's that there was peer-reviewed studies as well as paid studies. That there was, I mean, we talk about things like having, a biodiversity in our microbiome. There is a level of diversity in the research and the studies with Juice Plus. It was the things that they were looking at. They were looking at, DNA support, mitochondrial function. They were looking at things in terms of regeneration of our cells and skin and hair, heart health, eye health, running double-blind placebo studies in children's health. And there was just, for me, combing through almost 40 different studies of research, triple board certified. And I've been to so many of the conferences, and not just Juice Plus. I mean, again, doing what I do for a living, I get exposed to a lot of companies, a lot of products, a lot of requests. And I firmly feel like when I'm talking about a product, it's like my name's on the label, not just
Mhm.
Juice Plus, right? Or whoever I'm talking about. And so if I wouldn't put it in my own body, if I don't feel comfortable and confident, there's no way that I'm going to talk about it. And there's never been a doubt in my mind about the power of this food. And I work with a lot of people who have food sensitivities, who have actually been able to, in the powdered form of how this is put together, get nutrients into their body that they never would have been able to if it meant they had to bite into it and to break it down that way. So, I mean, I could go on and on about why I love it.
Yeah.
But for me, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where, almost 15 years later, my answer is it just makes sense.
Right. And why more than ever is this the right time for somebody to say, yes, sign me up for Juice Plus? I need this, in my life.
I think number one, our level of stress is at an all-time high, with recent events and what is going on, and that is a very catabolic wear down, tear down state for your body. Our immune system has always been important, but right now, when we are being bombarded with a lot of fear and anxiety, it's even more important. And the fact too that we want to build up this level of strength in our bodies, because if we're not in contact with others and we're not getting the microbial diversity that we need to get the nutrient diversity. The other thing too is that in some areas, fresh produce is scarce right now. There is an issue with also sourcing, and it can be a challenge with kids as well too, to get the right amount of things into their body. This is a level of, assurance, not insurance, but assurance that they're getting into their system what they really need to have. And the other thing, and I think this doesn't necessarily get talked about enough, is the connection of these nutrients to our neurotransmitters in our gut that are supporting our mental and emotional health as well. I mean, no matter what way we talk about this, at the end of the day, no one can argue that we need to get more non-GMO vegetables and fruits into our body.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for jumping on here and just sharing from your heart, why this is just such a great tool to consider to add to your, foundation. And we all need a strong foundation. And that's why I joined 15 years ago, is to just find some really great tools in the toolkit. And this is one of our favorites. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. If you're interested, you can just go to the link below and you'll be able to order it from our Instagram bio link. Thank you so much for joining, Jenn. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too, Nicole.